So this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius, and for the Sagittarius that I'm speaking to today, I'm seeing that there could be, for some of you, something that you're holding on to pretty tightly from the past. And for others of you, there could be a feeling of like a lack mindset or a scarcity mindset, this feeling of not having enough or a fear of not having enough. And for some of you, this could have to do with whatever it is that happened in the past. You also could be holding on to something from the past or what it is that you know, your comfort zone, because you're scared of not having enough, or you're like, maybe this is as good as it gets. There's some type of limiting perspective that I see you being kind of stuck in that is kind of leading you to manifest from a place of fear in a way. It's not fear in this like, oh my God, I'm terrified kind of fear, but more that underlying fear that can tend to take over if we're not entirely careful. These deeper fears that express themselves in our perspective. And so Spirit's message to you here is kind of about that struggle and what you can do to relax, and also what you have to look forward to in the future, which I see there's quite a bit here to look forward to in the future. And I'm going to dive into that deeper in a second. But before I do, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for receiving this reading. If you would like a personal reading, I do offer them, and you can email me down below in the description box for a personal reading. I love doing personal readings, so please, if you feel called, definitely email me and I'd love to set something up with you. And if this reading resonates with you, please like and subscribe so that I can connect more with you in the future. But let's dive in here, Sagittarius. I'm also just hearing happy birthday, which I said in another reading, happy birthday, since it is Sagittarius season. But if you're listening to this in Sagittarius season and you are a Sagittarius, or you're just really feeling that energy, I want to celebrate with you. Some of you might be celebrating pretty soon with the celebration oracle card coming out. So if that's you, happy birthday. But anyway, let's move forward. I want to take a deeper look at the energies here. The Five of Wands is your overall energy, and the Five of Wands is a card of conflict, of struggle, and I definitely see that there. You could be coming from a place of struggle, so I want to see what that Five of Wands energy is for you. Yeah, again, there's some type of stress that comes from deep within you, or some type of conflict that may have been kind of underlying. It's like in the background of your energy, but it's coming to the forefront. There's something that's coming up to be confronted, to be dealt with here, and it's this more difficult energy that you've kind of been rolling around with for a while with the Devil card here. Let's take a look at that energy. For many of you, I'm hearing it's going to feel really insistent. It may feel like it takes all of your strength to kind of hold back how you're feeling in a way. Like you might feel really tired at times, and you don't know why, or you might feel like you're constantly having to quiet this voice in your head, or this feeling that you have. It's like you're trying to repress it, but it keeps poking its way through. And it's something that's coming up because it's something that you're feeling. Like it's something in your heart that's trying to be confronted. And I see you kind of pressing this down over and over again, but the more you press it down, the stronger that feeling gets, because there's something there that definitely needs some attention. Let's take a look at, wow, you could be really hard on yourself, Sagittarius, about not having achieved enough or not meeting certain standards. For some of you, this could be literally financial, like I haven't gotten the job that I wanted, or I'm not doing as well in my career, or maybe I'm not making enough money. But for others of you, it has to do with just an expectation of where you thought you would be in life, or where you thought you would be on your spiritual journey. There's something there, and it's almost like you can't see how much you've achieved and how rich you are spiritually. You only sort of see your shortcomings. And because of that, there's a lot of pain and a lot of disappointment. There also could be this sense of like, not just never being happy enough with yourself, but like never really being happy with your surroundings or what it is you have. Like it's not enough. And not in a greedy way, like not like you're always looking for more in that sort of taking sort of energy. Not like that. It's more an energy of like you keep finding yourself in situations that you're not comfortable in or you're unhappy in. And you might stay in those situations because you think that's as good as it's going to get or that's all you really deserve. And it almost feels like you can't find your way out of that feeling. And there's something underlying that feeling that kind of keeps coming out, that wants to be kind of healed here, that wants attention, it wants nurturing, it wants healing, the way any wound kind of calls at us to be healed. I see that nagging at you in particular. And this could be something that many of you have dealt with for years and it's been under the surface and now it's just coming out. Or it could be something that is just now getting triggered. I'm not really sure. Let's take a look. You're showing me again this almost conscious decision to not look at this. It's like my life would just be easier if I didn't look at this, or I can't look at this right now for this, and this reason, that kind of thing. And you're almost showing it out of like convenience of like this doesn't fit into my life or it's not the right time or something like that. And so you literally block it here with the Seven of Wands, which is that card of really forceful resistance. And with the Judgment card, it comes through as a conscious decision of like, I can't look at this. It's almost like you have to move forward, and you're showing me the way to move forward is just to not look at this thing. But again, it's gonna come up and it's gonna come up stronger and stronger, and it's gonna take more of your effort to look at this until it really wears you down. So it's a pretty heavy energy. It's interesting because we have this kind of contrasting energy in the oracle messages for today, where your oracle cards are abundance, celebration, and past lives. And something that I'm noticing about all these oracle cards is that they're all very colorful. Obviously, you can't see them, but they all have like these beautiful purples and pinks and yellows and oranges and green, and it's just very vibrant, all three of the cards. And it's almost like you're overdue for happiness and celebration, and there could be some type of really spiritual energy that comes through that's really positive for you, that's really healing. And it's like spirit really wants you to be open to that energy. And if you're not looking at something within yourself or there's something weighing you down, it's like you're not going to be open. With that Five of Wands energy in your overall energy, that energy of conflict, that conflict is going to act as sort of a barrier. I'm actually hearing like sound barrier, which is interesting. With a sound barrier, it's like there's waves of sound waves that are trying to come towards you, but there's also waves of sound that are kind of blocking. And so there are energies that are trying to reach you that can't because there's some type of conflict in your energy. And so really Spirit's asking you to open your energy by clearing out that conflict. The next card we had for you here is the Five of Swords, which shows me that this mental energy, sorry, I just said mental, but that this energy is mental, that you can kind of locate that conflict in your mind space. There could be something about your perspective or like your consciousness that kind of needs to be confronted. And we go from the Five of Swords to the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is that restful energy, that energy of taking a break, the energy of meditation, of prayer, of relief. And then we have the Fool. And so with the Five of Swords to the Four of Swords to the Fool, it's this energy of really relaxing that conflict within you, that inner conflict, by shifting your perspective and leaving the past in the past and leaving kind of your worries to the universe, leaving things behind and opening up to something new. And I see that once you open up, that's when you're really going to find this stability, this harmony. Let's take a deeper look at these energies. Let's look at that Four of Swords, or Five of Swords, sorry. Yeah, there's a healing energy that wants to come in here for you, and with the Past Lives card, this could be something that's kind of been waiting to enter your life, something you agreed to in a past life, something that's coming back around, but it's a positive energy. A lot of times I think when people talk about karma or things coming back around, they talk about negative things, like things that are following us as hard energy. And I actually see this really positive energy that's trying to reach you, that's been trying to reach you for a long time now. And the question is, are you actually open to receiving it? And it's trying to come in and meet you there. And so Spirit's saying, you don't have to worry, you don't have to be in conflict. You can just open up and something positive will come to meet you. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Cups, which is also about past lives. All right, let's see what this conflict for you is about. Wow, it's almost like you don't believe that good things can just happen. You're showing me like everything's been really hard. There's been a lot of changes, possibly challenges. Also, sorry if you're hearing Sasha in the background using the litter box. She's scraping away in there. She always does it when I start reading. But anyway, you're showing me like I can't really deal with another change. I'm tired. It's almost like you kind of expect the worst from your life and from the universe. And Spirit's saying, well, hold on now. It doesn't always have to be bad. Not every change is bad. Sometimes changes align us with different things that we need. Sometimes these changes come bearing gifts. I heard come bearing fruit. So I don't know. Maybe this change could be like an edible arrangement at your door or something. And Spirit kind of wants you to relax and heal and know that you don't have to be on guard all the time. You don't always have to be looking over your back, over your shoulder for like the worst case scenario. You can open up to really good things coming to you because really good things are coming. Again, there's this energy of this really, really loving person or opportunity. Something really beautiful here is coming towards you, but I see you being kind of blocked to it again. And Spirit's asking you to actually like relax your defenses. If you're someone who you can be kind of guarded, or you're like a little bit paranoid, or you don't trust very easily, Spirit's saying, what would it look like for you to open your heart? Because there's something positive that wants to come in. And if you're always kind of being hard on yourself, or you're always expecting that things are going to go wrong, you're not even going to let this energy come towards you. And Spirit's saying, just open up to it. It's going to be really, really good. And this is also something that is kind of predestined for you. You might feel this before you see this because it's something that your soul kind of asked for. And it's going to be something that just speaks so powerfully to your heart. It's going to feel really good. It's going to feel intuitively like kind of correct. It's going to feel like, of course I'm going to respond to this. Of course I'm going to go towards this. This is exactly what's meant for me. And I'm almost seeing this kind of upsettedness in the past and holding on to things and stuff because you don't even realize that you can actually have everything that you want. And not only that you can have everything that you want, but you don't have to bust your ass. Like, you don't have to work really, really hard just to get the bare minimum. Like, you can have good things and they can come to you easily. And so Spirit wants you to trust and believe that, you can have this really beautiful thing and that it can come to you without you exerting yourself too much. Yeah. In the near future, we have the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So a lot of love and almost like this higher level spiritual energy with the High Priestess there. Again, bringing in that past life healing energy. You have like this energy of like a spiritual team or like your higher self sort of watching over you here, wanting to bring in something that feels really good. And it's coming to you, it's just in the physical world, it's not going to show up on anyone else's timeline. It's going to show up at exactly the right moment and not a moment before. So, divine timing. And Sasha just leapt up on the table and she's asking me to scratch her butt. So that's what I'm doing right now, which to me is just that energy of love, giving and receiving love, and abundance, like really having more than you need, having everything you could kind of desire here, and basking in that energy. But I'm gonna lift her up off the desk because I'd like to continue the reading. All right, let's take a look at that Ace of Cups energy for you. I'm just hearing like love, love, love over and over again. And that could be love in many forms. It doesn't have to be romantic love. For some of you, it could, but it's just that energy of really receiving your desires. For some of you, the letter M could be significant, but don't take that if it doesn't resonate. There's a lot of support and care that's coming in that's going to kind of end this cycle of stress that you've been going through. If you felt kind of trapped, if you felt like you don't have options, or you can't escape from something, or you don't have freedom, that's going to kind of come to a close here, and there's going to be a door that opens. For some of you, this could be a literal door to like a school or a home or some room that you've always wanted to be invited into. For others of you, I'm hearing a party. But for most of you, it's more going to be just like a spiritual door, a door of, new energies opening up and coming in that are going to kind of help you with the ways that you might have been hard on yourself. You're going to be receiving compliments. You're going to be experiencing people really appreciating you for the soul gifts that you have. Again, there's going to be this energy of like not needing to prove yourself, not needing to be anything other than what you are, and just being really fully accepted for the beautiful person that you are and the energy that you uniquely bring. It's sort of a very healing energy of like, you don't have to be anything other than what you are. You are perfect exactly as you are. And this energy I'm seeing is going to be really consistent with the Knight of Pentacles. This is going to be an energy of like, over time, you're going to feel really held and really loved. A lot of chaos going on right now. Sasha is like having the zoomies. Cards are flying out. We got lots of messages for you here. Let's see what they are. Yeah, you're going to start to leave behind those things, those limiting beliefs, that really painful energy that's kind of under the surface. It's going to be not just confronted, but it's going to start to get healed, and it's going to be nurtured. And I'm seeing that it's not just going to be you nurturing it, it's going to be others as well who are going to come in and kind of hold your hand through that process. And I'm hearing take as much time as you need. So people could be literally saying that to you, or just giving you the space, giving you the material resources to do whatever it is that you need to do. And then we have, finally, the High Priestess, that very spiritual energy, that past life energy. And past life connections, they also don't have to be romantic. For some of you, I'm hearing parents and also children. So there could be parents or children that come in to support you, and often, actually, I believe that always, for whatever reason, we've chosen sort of our family before we were born to teach us different lessons, even if they're painful lessons at times, and so for some of you, these past life connections could be friends, soulmates of all different stripes, basically, is what I'm saying. Let's take a look at that High Priestess. You're going to reach this higher level understanding where I see you kind of actually coming into clarity, and it comes through as you start to heal and leave behind those limiting beliefs. It's almost like you've been in this mental fog where all of that pain that was under the surface was actually kind of running the show, whether or not you realized it. And once you start to feel more loved and more accepted, and you start to kind of leave behind that limiting belief and that fear and that pain, it's like you start to see things clearly, and you start to see how special you are, and you start to see that you can take care of yourself, and you can take care of things, and you are very capable. Um, and it almost comes through as like a relief where you're like, oh, I understand now, and I have, oh my gosh, Sasha, you're like, I have clarity. Yeah, you're gonna come out of this having learned a lot of different lessons. And not just lessons, you're gonna realize yourself on a deeper level. Like you're going to understand your emotions deeper, you're gonna feel your feelings more. Things that you may have felt in the past are gonna make more sense. It's kind of all gonna come together, but it's gonna come together as you kind of move through those underlying energies. And ultimately, I see you being really relieved and really happy and really celebrating how far you've come. So, really beautiful reading for you today, Sagittarius. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated, and I'll see you next time.